The Hiro Nakamura glass on there.
Hiro Nakamura!
I'm Ando.
You are kind of an endo, man.
Ando can't grow fur like that, dude.
Neither can you. He cannot grow fur like that. It's me, Ando.
What am I
doing now with life? Welcome, by the way. Welcome to the podcast.
Are we going?
Yep. I love doing that. It's fun. I love the starts. Rolling starts, baby. Here's your beer.
Oh, thanks.
Get to it. Okay, guys. Welcome again. This is episode 15. We made it to episode 15.
We made it. Somehow.
People may not watch this, but the important people do.
The 15th episode anniversary. What's that? Is it paper?
It's beer, actually.
Bigfoot Ale, by the way. Sierra Nevada.
Sierra Nevada is one. It's actually it's not a microbrew like we've been doing. This is actually a very established brew, but they've been branching out.
Smells good.
And they actually made it to our coast. It's a California brewery. They made it to our coast, and they've been doing a lot of marketing out here. But they've also been producing a lot of beers, quality beers, like artisan beers. This being one of them. It's a barley wine style beer.
It tastes like barley wine. It does.
Yeah, it's super alcoholic. It's kind of thick. It's it's a little sweet.
I almost want to make food with this.
It's nice. Yeah, this is a good beer to drink with like a meal.
Burger. It's good.
Yeah, definitely a good burger.
Speaking of burger, I just went to Gordon Biersch again today. It was
with Gordon Biersch. What's that?
Gordon Biersch. It's that German place in the mall. It's got good beer. I had their Märzen beer, which is very good.
Is it expensive though?
It's a little more expensive than the regular place. Not that much more.
When are we going to that place? That's the real question.
Me, Aiden, and Jess paid $40.
That's not bad, actually, for 3 people.
Yeah.
Even for 2 people, it's not that bad.
Well, somebody's like, oh, it's so expensive. I'm like, it's not like it's like $80 a person. That's expensive to me. I don't know. Maybe I grew up or something, or I'm not that poor anymore, I guess.
Whatever. When I live on Snob Hill, I can use whatever I like.
Baby seals, and that's what I'm looking for. That fusion cooking where they give you that tiny little piece of food. I don't want that crap. It was good amount of food. It's good price. Aiden wasn't being too bad, so.
No, me and Jamie went. That was awesome. She's never been there before either. Blue Monkey Cafe.
I like Blue Monkey.
Their lunch specials are amazing.
Their noodle bowl they do is really good.
Yeah, that's what I did. I did the noodle bowl. Yeah. She did like one of their lunch combo specials. And it was like $10, so like 14 rolls of sushi. Yeah. It was amazing. Yeah. It was really good. So Blue Monkey, if you're in Syracuse, Blue Monkey Cafe up on the SU Hill, very good. Gordon Biersch in the mall, pretty good as well. So how's your week been otherwise, big guy?
It's been pretty good. I worked a little bit of overtime, but not really. Got some more overtime coming up, so I'm going to be tired. By this time next week, even though I look tired because I haven't shaved in like a week and a half, I'm going to be even more tired. I did. Oh, actually, I was sick last week. That kind of sucked. But
you're sick every week.
Well, I had some kind of head cold that never ended.
Did you get it from a baby?
Well, I'm pretty sure I got it from... Although he had no cold, he did sneeze in my face like 4 times that day, and I was like, no.
He's got the Tourette's immune system where he's like, nah, I'm cool. Never mind. There you go.
That's the only time I ever get sick anymore is if he sneezes directly in my face, which he does every time he's got
I think I'm waiting to have kids. I like not being sick.
He's a petri dish.
Enjoy it.
How was your
not having
week?
a super bug.
How was your week? How's your face?
So let's we're prefacing this story now. So a day after we did the podcast... I was walking just through a regular downtown Syracuse, which, by the way, normally a very docile place. Especially that area of town. It's not too bad. I've walked down there many times. And it hasn't been...
Depends on what time of night.
There's always mopes everywhere. It's a city. But, so I'm walking through a place called Handjibbers Square, which is home of some really great bars, Bull and Bear being one of them, which we gotta try their open mic sometime.
I know.
It's a really nice bar, good beer. Very nice people, too. And I'll tell you why. So... I was riding my bike, because I'm a bike rider, that's how it is, and deal with it. And riding down through the square, and it was a little icy still. It was one of those days it was still icy out before the thaw. And so I got off the bike because it was icy.
Mistake number 1.
And I started walking, and this little kid, like probably 9 or 10, is on a bike too, and he rides up next to me and rides in front of me and goes, you gotta stop. And I'm like... and I just thought he was like a feral kid that's going to like, can I have your bike, or can I ride your bike, or can I have some money, or something, and that happens in cities. Anyone who lives in a city can know, or been to a city, knows that kind of stuff happens. So I was just like, no, I gotta go, and I was going to like the comic book store or something stupid. It wasn't even like someplace like important. I was just like, I want to get out. It's a nice day. I want to get out and ride. But so I'm walking the bike, and he stops in front of me, and I kind of just skirt around him because we're not in like a confined space really. There's cars on one side, and there's the sidewalk on the other. But there's people outside, so I'm like, what's gonna happen? when I look over at the kid he's on my right a little bit, and so I look over and I see behind me somebody, and I know it's a person back there, but they're like right behind me, and so, but I'm like, what? We're in broad daylight. What's gonna happen? So I'm walking, and I look, and I kind of like peripher him again, and he's still there, and so I'm like, is he going through my backpack? What the hell is this guy doing? So I stop and turn around. I'm just like gonna turn around and go like, what's your problem? Or do we have a problem? Because I'm in broad daylight. I didn't think anything was gonna happen. I turn around, right when I turn around and go, do we have and he punches me right in the face. Knocks my glasses off, they fly off, but they slice into my face. I don't know, you can probably see it on, you can see it on the camera. Just a little cut right here. It was a little bit bigger when it happened, and like it was just gory blood. Like professional wrestler blood just going down my face. And I think he thought he was gonna like knock me out or something, or like take my bike, but I was just like,
but he hits like a bitch.
Well, I was like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? And sorry, explicit already. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm just screaming at this kid, and he just like starts running, and then this little kid rides after, and I'm like, ding ding ding. This just happened. Like,
he had streamers on his bike and a baseball card.
Yeah, and I was like, are you kidding me? I just got beat, and then the other guy wasn't like 10, unlike his little friend. He was like probably like 15, but still, like a kid just punched me in the face and ran, and so like my glasses are broken. And I'm just standing there with blood streaming down my face. Everyone that's outside, there's probably like 3 or 4 people, they all just go inside. Nobody does anything. That was probably the most disheartening part of it. And so I like touch my face and just blood all over my hands. And so I'm like, I gotta go inside and at least wash up, or like try and dab the cut or something, or call the ambulance if I have to. Stop the bleeding, yeah. And so I try and go. All these buildings are locked on the right side. I was on the right side, the opposite side from the Bull and Bear, and all the doors are locked. And so I'm just like, what the F? And so I cross the street, and I'm like, the Bull and Bear sign is on. The bear signs are all turned on. So I'm like, they got to be open. So I try, trying not to get blood in their door. I open it up, and they walk in, and there's 3 people sitting at the bar, and there's a bartender, all women, all pretty good looking. And so, but I'm of course not looking very great. And so I walk in, and the girl goes, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, some kid just punched me in the face."
No, I'm doing great. This is what I do every day.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, it's a stage makeup.
Yeah.
I'm a stage class. Acting, thank you.
Yeah.
But she was really nice actually, and she saw the people walking around, and she actually saw a third person, which I didn't even see that third person.
No, I saw the third person now too.
You saw? Oh, was he on the camera or something?
No, I read it in the notes when I was reading the call.
Yeah, because you're a freaking weirdo.
Hey, a third person is usually in one of those. By the way, just to preface this as well, when any of these 2 robberies happen, there's a third person that's a spotter. So he's like, "Oh, I would have go in and kicked his ass." I'm like, yeah, but the spotter also would have came in and he would have 3-on-1.
I would have been okay with that. So a little kid, one guy would have been knocked out, his teeth knocked out of his face already, and then that third guy would have got the brunt of my anger. I was honestly, I would have murdered the little kid. No, honestly, I was blacking out. Like you know what happens when that happens, and like
I've been punched in the face before. I know.
And I just stopped. Like I literally was holding on my bike and just like kind of like Ultimate Warrior shaking for a second, and then I just locked at my bike and was like, "Am I gonna?" And like had to make the decision: am I gonna go after this guy, or am I gonna just go and get get myself fixed up? And I was like, you know what? Not worth it. Not even worth it. And so I did. That's when I started. And I literally, the first thing I thought though, like, leave this bike, because if I leave it here, those kids are going to come back and just take it. Yeah. So I was like, they're not getting anything.
They probably circled on the block once before I left, because they're used to doing that kind of thing.
Well, and yeah, but so luckily one of the girls called the police and had a good description of the of the kids in the third person, which I didn't see the third person, so I was.
So they saw it. And then didn't call the.
Well, no, they didn't see they didn't see it actually happening to me. They just saw the kids moping and looking into car windows and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So basically they were creeping in that area the whole day, you know. But you can't just call people for creeping, I guess, or maybe
you can.
But
for creeping and looking in cars, yeah.
Yeah, but they were probably just like, oh, whatever, they're just being stupid.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got punched in the face, and the worst part though was. So we're outside afterwards, and the police are out. There's 3 police officers. One has gone off to look for the kids. They're not going to find them. That's fine. The other 2 are like, "Oh, we'll help you find your glasses lens." And it's a clear glass lens in snow.
No thanks.
And I was like, "You really don't have to do this, guys." And like, "No, we're going to help you. We're going to help you."
Did they find it?
No, of course they didn't. Awesome. Otherwise, I wouldn't be wearing these. So I have new glasses, by the way. Ding. I got these at.
Did your glass get broke, or did the lens just pop out?
No, he punched them, and they just bent. They basically just pushed into my eye, and that's what caused the scratch. And then
every injury I've ever had on my face, I think, has been from my
this arm didn't break off, but it, like the frame itself bent this way a little bit, and then the lens popped out. And so I could have, like, technically, if I would have found the lens, I could have put it back together. But it's like, you know what? I'm due for I'm due for coverage and stuff. So,
well, here's the thing for you. I'm certified police mountain bike school. Defensive tactics for the bike. So I'm going to help you out next time, okay? I'm going to teach some bike tactics.
Are you going to come with me next time? And
no, I'm going to teach you the bike tactics
vigilantes?
you need to stop them with your bike, okay? So,
Well, if you didn't sucker punch me, I would have stopped him with my fists. I wouldn't need a bike.
Yeah, but he couldn't sucker punch you if he's got your bike in the legs. You don't go like this.
No, but what happened was I went like this, and then got punched in the face. Like, that's why it's a sucker punch. It wasn't like I was square. I just turned around to be like, what is going, and then sock in the face. And like literally he just went bang like this with it, like it was like his knuckles. And then I was like, what the, and like it didn't even hurt really. It just stunned me because it was in my nose. And so I was like, what the, and then I started like, what the, because I felt it bleeding. I felt like it, like even though it
did he try to grab your bike at least after that?
That's the thing. He didn't. I think because he thought he was gonna like knock me out, like, maybe or something. He just was like, and then he started walking away like this, like like this, like I did something cool, and I was like, really, dude? You just punched me in the face?
You should have used that drop kick you used a couple of way back when.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I was like, is it worth it? Because if I beat on this kid,
it was worth
if I beat on this kid, I'm going to jail, and then
it was worth it. No, he hit you in the face first. You're not going to jail.
And not if I chased him down and beat the crap out of him.
No. Yeah, sure. You could beat the crap out of him. He hit you first.
I don't know. It wasn't worth it to me. It was just like, whatever, man. Karma will get that kid someday. So it's like, whatever, man. At least my parents love me.
Hey. Losing viewers yet?
Great way to start a podcast. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you that that perspective, and that was part of my week.
I'm gonna make this face the rest of the time.
That's the thing. I didn't let it ruin my week.
That's good.
The worst part, though, the even worse part than my wife walking, and that's the thing. I didn't get there yet. The worst part when my wife walks up when I'm talking to the police, and like she sees me, and she's like, "My husband." It's like, and then she sees me bleeding. It's like, and like freaks out. And I'm like,
he's dying.
I'm like, I'm okay, baby. I'm okay. It's okay. And she's like, wants to go find this guy and kill him herself. I'm like, baby, it's okay. He didn't do any damage. He just had a little cut on my nose. Whatever. He's a wuss.
So now she's doing. That's what she's not even here because she's doing a vigilante thing, jumping rooftop to rooftop.
She's outside
trying to find these guys.
I was wondering why she bought that Catwoman costume. Hopefully, she'll wear it to.
Might be for something else, huh?
It is for something else.
High fives, dude.
It is for something else.
Yeah, but you made it, dude. Look at you. Look at you now. You can't even tell you have a giant cut on your nose.
Yeah, because I have these big glasses.
That's why you wanted to be like, no, I gotta cover up my scar.
Actually, I wanted them because my as you saw my other ones, they're very thin. They're like thinnish, so it always weird look. Like, oh look, there's something on the ceiling. I can't see it.
He also wanted to be the front man for Weezer, and so there he is.
I wanted to be the front man for this band, School for Ants, baby. I'm taking over. Yeah.
You don't have the cool hat that has a corporal signification on it, even though you're not corporal.
Oh, I have a cooler hat like this, and I look at Fall Out Boy.
I'm getting a little bend in that thing. It's too flat.
That's how Bob Marley won.
But yeah, I've caught on to a new fun thing that I've been watching, and you told me you watch now. That's Tabletop. I watched about 8 episodes of it
on the Nerdist channel.
Last couple days. It's actually Geek and Sundry.
If you watch this, subscribe. Oh, it is on
Geek and Sundry. Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not watching Tabletop then. I'm watching the one on Nerdist.
This one with Will Wheaton.
Oh, that is on Nerdist.
Oh, it must be on both then. But it's through Geek and Sundry.
No, maybe it isn't Geek and Sundry. I don't know.
It is.
I am watching that. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. Yes, so I'm watching. It's Will Wheaton. It's on. Just type in Will Wheaton on YouTube or what.
Tabletop works because a couple of them will come up.
It's great. If you're a kind of person like us who likes to play, likes to play any kind of
nerds games from way back before there was video games that you could just massive multiplayer really stuff. We were playing the tabletop type games.
You know what we should play, Matt? Have you seen the Fiasco one?
I actually was. That was the one I liked the most. Was Fiasco.
Did you see? And Spill.com, there's one of the Leogs. They play Fiasco.
Oh, really?
And it is great.
Find it for me because I want to watch.
I'll try and send it to you if I remember.
I might watch
I'll
this weekend.
Link it to you. It's great.
Cool.
They play a Fiasco with the creator of Fiasco.
Yeah, I think the creator of Fiasco was the tabletop one. I think too. No, it wasn't. No,
it's like Richard Morningstar.
That
or
was
that was
the Dragon Age one. The creator of the Dragon Age one. But yeah, so
they showcase different kinds of card games, and
it goes from anything from the roll of your dice Dungeons and Dragons type game to really kind of innovative fun card games that can be played by people that maybe you're scared of the rolling the dice and having the modifier type thing. Like Fiasco was basically a story that was written.
You write yourselves.
Yeah, it was basically anyone could write this story, and the players write it as they go along. So basically two or more players have an interaction during a turn, and the player who is the head person in the turn, basically if they get what they want, they get a good die, and if they don't get what they want for the turn, they get a bad die, and then in the end they have to write all the bad or good stuff into their story.
And the only thing you get when you start the story is you get scenarios that you roll for. And they could be anything like, what kind of situation you're, like how your character's related to another character, like, Matt's character and my character are former business partners. And then you can find out how that relationship happened. Like, it ended badly or something. And it's all from roll the dice, which is fun, but then you fill in the blanks. Mm-hmm. You write the story yourself.
In the middle of it, there's a twist that's added in to the story. And so you have to play around the twist that's been added, good or bad, and usually it's bad. Because basically
it's more fun when
it's a melodramatic type story, And basically it's not about winning the game, although, if you win the game, it's cool, if you get like a lot of the good dice.
Yeah, like my character doesn't die at the end.
Yeah. Great. But some die in horrible ways, and some, just have a really bad rest of their life, and some...
But you can Google it, you can look it up on Amazon. I think it's like less than $30 for the standard game, and then they have a bunch of expansion packs.
It's 20, and then the expansion packs are like between $5 and $20.
Yeah, and you can probably find it even cheaper, like on eBay or something too.
Yeah, somebody use it or something.
Yeah, it's a very fun game, and there's a bunch of other stuff in there too. There's that one zombie game was a lot of fun too. The
one that Felicia Day was in.
Yeah. That was a fun one too. I can't remember the name.
The Last Night on Earth.
Yeah, Last Night on Earth. Just look it up on tabletop. It's very fun.
Yeah,
it's a fun little show. I mean, and you can just watch it kind of in the background thing too. It's not something you have to be like, I'm engaged.
And if you don't know who Will Wheaton is, he was Wesley Crusher.
Yeah.
Wesley Crusher.
Also, Fox and the Guild as well. If for some reason you didn't watch The Next Generation,
you watched Next Generation, but did watch the Guild. Yeah.
Well, that's my wife. She does not like Next Generation, but she knows who Will Wheaton is.
Nobody's perfect. Yeah. I'm glad you didn't divorce her.
Nope. I told her that too. That's okay, because I fell asleep during Farpoint Station because I forgot how long that...
It's a long ass...
It's like, okay, we got a cue. Yeah. So,
it's better than Deep Space Nine still.
Hey, Deep Space Nine's not bad. You got Odo. Come on, dude. Don't be hating. Quark.
Makes me like this.
He's a Ferengi, man. Okay, so this is kind of a funny thing. It might just be funny to me. I was thinking... When we have to go see a movie and do a review on it soon.
Evil Dead.
I don't have that on this list.
But Evil Dead.
But I'll tell you,
Definitely.
I'll tell you why this. I was writing down the movies that we should go see on this list, and I ended up turning them. I for some reason, just because I'm a weirdo, I turned them all into porno names, because I'm just weird like that.
It's pretty weird.
And like so, I'm like, the stuff we have to. So some of the things I wrote down. Burt Wonderbone. I wrote this down because I forgot the name of this, so I'm going to say the name I wrote down, then the augmented name. I wrote down Pooperman, but then I remembered it's the Man of Steel, so the Cock of Steel. That's an easy one.
The Man of Steel, it's already kind of a porno name.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And probably is a porno because there was a guy.
Olympus. What does that say?
Olympus is fucking. Then we got.
I like Olympus Goes Down.
Cap 2, the Winter Boner. G.I. Ho, Reanimation. Instead of Retaliation. The Hostess. Just because change to a girl.
Sounds kind of dirty. Yes. Maybe she's wearing a French maid outfit or something.
This is my favorites. The Place Between the Legs. Instead of The Place Between the Pines. The Ryan Gosling one.
Oh, I didn't even remember that.
Yep, I didn't even know The Place Between the Legs. I was like, that's perfect. It works. And then Pain and Gain. You don't have to change that one. It just already sounds like some kind of weird torture porn.
Evil Dead, The Evil Head.
Evil Head. Okay.
Hey, you've had Evil Head before.
It wasn't head really. It was this is, by the way, we're putting the adult tag on this, so let's just go. Let's go.
You're gonna have to type in your age to get to this one.
These were there was some horrible hand jibber action. It was not cool. It was not cool.
Let's just say somebody waxed on, waxed off.
She's affectionately known as wax on, wax off. You need a new beer. Here you go.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, because that's what she did with the Ghiblis down there.
So is that good? And he's like,
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it feels good because it was like it was the first time that ever happened. So I was like, yeah, it's great. Whatever that's happening now, there must be normal.
He's sobbing on the inside.
So, by the way, listening to a podcast, a new one called Harmontown.
Yeah, you told me Dan Harmon. Yeah,
Dan Harmon.
Okay,
I don't know if I mentioned it yet on this, but
I like Dan Harmon.
It is amazing. It's great. It's like a fine wine.
You listen on iTunes?
iTunes, yeah. And it stars him and Whose Line Is It Anyway alum Jeff Davis.
Okay.
And Jeff Davis is called the Comptroller, but he's really just like a co-host. They also have like they have a dungeon master because they play Dungeons and Dragons on the show, which is very funny. The dungeon master's name is Spencer, and he's just this guy. Literally, I think the first episode they found, or the first or second episode, they found him in the crowd, and he's gone on tour with them now because he was so amazing. They love him. And I
need my star to be like that.
And Dan Harmon's girlfriend comes up a lot too. She's pretty funny. Her name's Erin McGathy. But it's just him. It's just Dan Harmon, the creator of Community. He also directed or wrote the script for Monster House.
That's right.
Monster House, anyone? And he's currently writing some scripts for CBS and Fox. But he's one of those guys that's very he's a self-deprecating guy. He's if you've seen Community, he's all those characters on Community basically rolled into one person, including Pierce, by the way. And he also every now and then talks about Chevy Chase and calls Chevy Chase. But Chevy Chase never picks up. He always gets answers. He's like, okay, we'll call Chevy Chase and we'll see if he's there. And then, like, I reached Chevy Chase. Here's a stupid answering machine message. And then he's like, yeah. He's like, believe it or not, me and Chevy love each other. It's just, he never picks up my calls or anything.
Well, he probably likes it better than what was that the producer guy that he got in a fight with, and he played all his angry voicemails over.
That was Dan Harmon.
Oh, was it? I didn't think it was Dan Harmon. I thought it was the producer.
Harmon. That was Dan Harmon. Who was the producer of Community? Well, he was at the time.
Oops.
Yeah. But he did it as a joke. He's, did
you get to listen to those? They were awful.
Well, that's why he played them, because he just was like, well, these are funny. And that's what he does on the show, too. He'll just, like, say stupid things, and like, oh, that sounds really racist. I shouldn't say that. You're just like, okay, well, he's saying it as a joke kind of thing. And I guess he grew up in, like, a mostly black neighborhood, too, so, like, he doesn't think like, oh, I'm a white guy. It doesn't sound as offensive when I say it, but it does. He's gotten better though, because he's doing a tour with a documentary now. At least he was recently. The place because I'm not all the way caught up yet. He might be done with the tour by now. If any of you are caught up out there, but he's been doing a tour like every night. He does a different tour and a different podcast, and so he'll like go to the city and he'll like rap about having sex with someone's mom, and then he'll like tell facts about the city. They're all made up. Every city he's been to so far, he said that they invented the typewriter. And it's just funny stuff. And Jeff Davis is hilarious. Jeff Davis is the perfect foil to Dan Harmon, because he will call him on his BS. But he'll also add a lot of funny stuff, and just randomly he'll put Dan Harmon on the spot, which is either going to be hilariously awkward or just hilarious. He'll be like, Dan Harmon will say something, you're like, oh, why don't you rap about that? And I'll start playing a beat. Or he'll play a country, let's sing a country song about it. He'll start playing a country song or something stupid. And so
we should have thought of that.
And it makes a lot of sense. And it's irreverent and funny. I recommend it. It gets me through the truck shift I have to do.
Well, see, that's what I've been doing with tabletop. It's been to get me through doing stuff and getting downtime and stuff.
Well, they might have some video of Harmontown up on YouTube now too. For all I know, I've only seen the audio, but with the tour they filmed just about everything, and for a documentary. But also they might have put some of the raw stuff up online.
Cool.
I have to check that out actually myself.
Sounds like a lot of fun. By the way, have you seen the trailer for Hannibal for NBC?
Yes, I saw it today, actually.
I saw it today.
I think.
Is this a show?
If this is actually a show, NBC could have something on their hands. Something brilliant.
Wow. And it was so gory. I was like, holy crap.
It's something.
It's going to be at 11 o'clock? What are they playing?
Honestly, I think that it's a good idea by them.
I do too.
Because all the
they need something edgy too.
Well, the cable networks are doing all this edgy, funny
American
stuff.
Horror Story.
The Shield, American Horror Story,
The
Wire, all this edgy, great TV.
Justified.
It's like TV you want to bite into, you know? And all the networks do this fluffy stuff, and you're like, oh, what? okay, like some of it's like oh, it's comedy, like community.
NBC just had too many underhand softball comedies that they like. Oh, somebody will like this.
Yeah,
you know,
like
float it over. No,
well, the thing is though they're not even trying to pull a demographic. They're just like, well, this is kind of like Big Bang Theory, or this is kind of like it's like
a watered down version of all this stuff. And that's why it's been brutal. If you're an NBC, like I love NBC, it's been brutal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big NBC. I was a huge NBC fan. Actually,
like even Community now is just kind of limping along.
Yeah,
they need something to spark.
And that's not really Community in general's fault. That's basically the new showrunners. It's because you can tell Dan Harmon's not there anymore. Cause
it just feels like they're playing it too safe when
that's
they don't.
That's why you like Harmontown too, because
safe.
Harmontown is his humor, and you'll know it. You're like, this is Community. This is what he does. You know, he just says stupid crap that sometimes makes no sense, but then later it will make sense. Or will call back to it. When he knows if a joke's really bad, he'll sometimes call back to it and be like, yep, that was a bad joke. There it is. And then you get a laugh out of that, you know? He's in the vein
of like a Conan O'Brien.
Yes. And he's very... And I think that might be why he's doing the documentary, just because he's like, oh, Conan did big on this, but it's still funny. It's good stuff.
He's like, yep, I got fired, so I might as well do it.
It's funny, too, because the road shows, the first road show he did was just bad. It was because he was so used to doing it at the same place over and over again. He did it at Nerd Melt, I think, is where he usually did his shows, which is in San Francisco, which is Nerdist us. And then he went on the road, and the first show he did was just like, and like it was still okay, but it was just like you could tell he was just like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And then in the second episode, in the second tour date, he called it out first. He's like, he's like, we did really bad that first time. I apologize to everyone that went to that show, but that's just how it is. Sorry, and we're gonna make it better this time, and it's been perfect ever since.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I mean, and they get the Hannibal. We'll get back to Hannibal. Sorry about the tangent, and that's the other thing. He always goes on tangents.
So do we.
And so that's why I love it though, because I'm like, we do that all the time too. So.
Yeah, the Hannibal trailer. First of all, Le Chiffre. I don't know what's the actor's name. Do you know the actor's name? I don't. The guy who played Le Chiffre in Bond in the first new Bond movie. What was it? Casino Royale.
Casino Royale.
He played Le Chiffre.
Somebody
write that in the notes, okay? Somebody knows. And we don't have. I
didn't even recognize him. I was like, okay.
He's Le Chiffre. That's who he was.
Okay,
he was the bad guy. Okay. He was a Bond villain. He's a Bond villain.
Okay.
And now he's Hannibal. And then the freaking dude is the teacher turned FBI agent and is like losing his damn mind.
Yeah, that was really cool. He looked like a deep character, at least in the trailer.
He's like losing his damn mind like through the trailer. I was like, oh. Well, you could tell he's like on that fine edge of I could also be a serial killer.
That's why it looks good though. Like it's like
I like that.
Put this on a 10, I will watch it on Hulu. Put it on Hulu. You hear me, NBC? Put that on Hulu and we'll watch it. And I will do whatever else you need.
We'll pirate it.
Because I don't have cable.
I mean, we don't pirate stuff.
Pirating is for losers. I'm a loser.
I hope that froze and we got like a little picture. I was like, did that froze?
Yeah, Hannibal looks really good,
it looks good. I just saw the trailer for it earlier. I was like,
yeah, are you watching The Following yet? You're caught up in The Following?
No. We're, like I said, we're doing Once Upon a Time right now, so.
I'm doing this right now. Catch up on it. It's on Hulu.
We're watching Once Upon a Time right now. I just started watching Homeland, too.
Oh.
By myself. Homeland.
Whatever.
Homeland.
Are you torrenting that as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I'm watching Showtime.
Isn't torrenting illegal? Just in case there's someone watching.
We'll put that question over the top. That'll be the link.
Isn't torrenting illegal? That'll be the name of the podcast. Isn't torrenting illegal? It's happening now. With some mature themes. If you don't want to hear about how Miguel got handjibbers, then please don't watch this.
Oh, Mike, no one believes that. Come on. With your Weezer glasses.
No, they love it.
You ironic bitch you.
I look very cool.
By the way, he's wearing a Dirty Turtle shirt. If no one's seen this shirt, this is our band before it was called School for Ants was called the Dirty Turtles. And we changed the name because someone else was already named the Dirty Turtles. So
School for Ants, though? Not taken, surprisingly.
Or not surprisingly, because they were waiting for us to take it.
And no, sorry, Jamie, we're not Jimmy the Twins. I know you wanted that. And she must be asleep, because if she would have heard that, she would have said something.
That's just what he calls his cock and balls.
Well, that's why she liked it. That's why she wanted it. Because it's like, oh, Jimmy the Twins, like a penis and balls. I'm like, okay.
Like the tummy stuffer and the balls.
You're you're 7 years old. That's great.
She giggled.
So what are you bringing? Do you got anything else here? You bring anything to the table here?
I did bring some stuff today, but by the way,
Are we going to
watch
see one of these movies,
We
by the
should
way?
watch The Evil Dead. Have you seen the trailer for that, man? That is
I've seen Bruce Campbell say it's great, and that's all I care about.
bananas. It looks crazy. Have you not seen the trailer? You need to go watch the trailer, dude.
I've seen the trailer.
Watch the Red Band trailer because you're going to go like this.
I watched the Red Band trailer at work. Actually.
This might be the first movie I've ever been scared of in the theaters. I'm looking at this thing, and this girl is cutting her face.
Is it weird that I found that girl kind of hot still?
And then she's making out with another chicken like, I don't know if I should like this.
Weirdest boner ever.
Even my boner's mad. Like, why are you doing this?
But since you're there...
why are you doing this to me?
Yeah, and then they got a chainsaw. They got all the cues. I like that.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like that there's a girl Ash. You know, there isn't in the one graphic novel anyway, so...
But her name isn't Ash, is it? I thought it was something
Ashley. But she's Ash. She is.
Laura.
Whatever. She's Ash. You know what she is, you know?
And there's a tree rape scene, too. Tree raping.
And why not? I mean, what movie is...
If anyone's seen the original Evil Dead, a woman gets raped by a tree in it. And so it's a homage, I guess, to that original Evil Dead movie.
You know, every movie should have that scene.
The only thing I'm looking for in that movie at all is the Oldsmobile. So there you go. If the Oldsmobile is in the movie, I'll watch it.
I would say I want somebody to go Dead by Dawn, but that's from Evil Dead 2, I believe.
No, it's in the original.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's in the original.
Dead by Dawn.
They just don't go. They don't say Dead by Dawn. Dead by Dawn. They only say it once, like Dead by And then they get killed. And
then oatmeal pours out of their head.
Yeah, and there's oatmeal. The original Evil Dead is a very low budget movie,
but it's spectacular. If you never watched the original Evil Dead, it is one of those cult classics that you need.
You really don't have to be a fan of horror to watch it. You could be a fan of just something that looks awesome.
Look for your weirdest friend.
Very low budget practical effects, but they work. They actually hold up.
Your weirdest friend owns it. Borrow it from them. They'll have it.
In this case,
and they'll be happy. I have it. I have the Necronomicon Ex Mortis. Thanks. Necronomicon version.
You got that FYE, didn't you?
I did. But your weirdest friend will own it. So
what does FYE stand for, Matt?
For your entertainment.
What does it also stand for?
Fuck your employees.
I still say it.
Fuck your employees. I say it all the time too. Are they even around anymore? Because all their stores keep closing.
Matt, any electronics store, there's just Best Buy now. That's all you have left. Best
Buy's not long for the world either.
Yeah, well, that's just you can buy it online, man. Amazon. That's why I buy it.
No, they're going to do their mobile service. I think it's going to be all mobile. Yeah. But hey,
makes sense.
It's been good so far. We got anything else, or
I don't know. We're at 32 minutes. This could be a short one if we don't have anything else.
Well, we'll do another one after. We'll do a music one.
What's funny because I had an idea, but I forgot what it was.
Like I said, I forgot mine too. I had something.
And I had my little bit that I did.
It was so cool, though. You guys would have loved it.
Or you wouldn't have got it, because I'm a hipster.
It would have went way over your head, because he's ironic.
I love these glasses, by the way. Try them on. Try them on. You like them? You like them, I promise.
Yeah, let's see how cool. I'm going to look like an ultimate hipster right now. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't...
Well, our prescriptions are almost the same. This is
kind of weird.
Do we look like? Do you think we just switched because we didn't?
No, actually, this eye is not as good as... This eye is...
Your left eye is a lot weaker than mine. Weak sauce. Or no, it's stronger than mine.
Yeah. My left eye is a lot stronger than yours.
And it hurts, actually, to wear this.
Yeah.
I was wearing my contacts today, by the way. Because I found the old, which one of them is expired, and I found out why, because that does not work as well when it's expired. But because I kind of want to try
what
to
happens
buy
when they expired?
It did not work. It wasn't as strong.
Melts?
Yeah, it wasn't as strong. Maybe it was like warped a little bit. I don't know. Because I have the Advanced. And
shit, Oasis, dude. Oasis.
Yeah, actually, that's the thing. I wore these today because I want to try to buy one package of the Oasises.
They're good.
And try them out. Because these, I actually like these, except that my eyes got really dry.
Imagine your eye getting a hand job from a pixie. That's what it feels like.
Okay, I just imagined. The Advanced are really nice, except that I can only wear them for like 4 hours, and then my eyes would freak out. I wore them today, though, for like about 5 hours, and it was okay.
My eyes stuff like that. My eyes aren't good. Then they do that stuff all the time. Like, if I have contacts in for like 8 hours, then they're melded to my eyes now.
Yeah, my boss saw them, and he's like, "Oh, I wear rigid hard contacts, and I wear them for like 6 months at a time." I'm like, "What the crap? It doesn't even make it. You're wearing pieces of glass in your eye, and you're still fine. That doesn't make any sense to me."
My eyes, it will literally just fuse to my cornea, and then I'll never get them out again. I might have 3 or 4 contacts.
I literally wore those today as long as I could dare. Like I around 2 p.m. I started freaking out, and I was like, I gotta get these out. So I go to the bathroom. I'm like, please come out.
You always get the first one out good, and the second one like gets stuck in your eye. Like no,
actually, it was the opposite for me. The first one I was like, oh god, I grabbed my eyeball. I'm gonna pull my.
You feel like you're pulling your cornea off.
And I was like, okay, I'm okay. And so the other one I got out fine. So,
you feel like you're pulling your cornea off. You're like, no.
Yeah, no. I started doing like the bold neck. I was like, I got it. And I was like, okay, I'm okay. But my eyes weren't red at all, which was nice.
And that's why I always wear glasses.
But I will have to get new ones because I could see per se, but like I could not see, my eyes would not see in the proper. They were like, we're gonna go this way a little bit, and I was like, okay, this is not good. And I was trying to do payroll. So I'm like up against my screen, like, okay, this is a person's name is here.
I thought you were talking like Shaq.
Hours are here. Hey, this is me, Shaq. Can you dig it? Yeah, but it was pretty crazy, and we're still recording, which is nice. This hasn't turned off like my my webcam would. By the way, we're recording again from the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 by Samsung.
Yeah, I'm looking to get a new phone. If the S4 comes out at that $200 price point, I'll definitely get it.
Dude, get the S4 because I when I saw that I was like, oh, son of a bitch!
Is that cool? There's a lot of cool stuff.
Well, no, but I was like, it's gonna cost $600. Who cares? And they're like, oh, they're gonna try and they're most likely sell it around $200. And I was like, what?
I saw the iPhone 5 was like $400. I'm like, then the S4's got to be like $500. And then they're like, $200? Yeah, I can definitely do that.
This phone was originally priced at $200 on Amazon Wireless, and for some reason, the day I went to buy it, they went up to $250. And so it's like, really? But I was like,
this phone was $200 at Best Buy.
At that point, I was committed though, and I was like, okay, here we go.
Best Buy.
I'm like frothing for this phone. I'm okay with paying the extra money. We have the extra money. We got a tax return. Got $2,000. It was nice.
I got $67 for my federal return, so I'm feeling that.
We've got money. That's good though.
They give it to you? Yeah, now I wish, though, I would have filed jointly because we probably would have got $2,000. But instead, I filed separately.
Oh, they took all your wife's money?
No. I just filed separately because she thought I might get my money taken again. Okay. And I didn't. So she's probably going to get less money, and I'm going to get less money because of that. But at least.
How did you only get $67 then?
I don't know. I got $229 in my state return.
Actually,
which is the most I've ever gotten in state.
According to my boss at CVS, he works at CVS, Paul, good guy though. It's actually good if you get like a lower
good guy though.
If you get, he is a good guy.
Little itchy.
Well, when you work at CVS, it's like, oh, okay, but he's a nice guy. If you get less money, that's a good thing because you're actually losing that money.
That makes sense. Well,
it's money that you lost and couldn't get interest on all year.
Really it is when you're getting your tax taken out. Are you paying it correctly? Or are you paying too much or too little? And so you'd rather not. Obviously, you don't want to have to pay money back because that would suck. Some people have to pay like the $1,000 back to the IRS.
I had to pay $500 back one year because when I worked all three of those jobs,
that sucks.
They didn't take the proper.
But getting $2,000 back, even though it's nice, that means you're getting $2,000 taken out of your check during the regular year,
and you don't get any interest on that. You can't put it in the bank.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we just taught you some guys.
By the way, I like how we've gone from talking. We began the episode by talking about like, hand jobs and stuff, and now we're talking about taxes. Are we getting older during the episode?
By the way, I have our sign off now. It's gonna be Handjibbers and taxes,
and then we do the motions.
Yeah. Or this because this is your motion, Mike. This is.
I'm climbing a ladder, okay? I'm climbing a ladder.
I was like, I forgot what you were talking about. Was that what it was?
I was climbing a ladder or something. I was like, climbing a ladder.
And you had your tongue out.
Well, because you climb with your tongue. You use your tongue for support. Use your tongue for support when you climb a ladder. Everyone knows this. Okay, so this isn't like something I made up, right? All right? Sucking dicks, climbing a ladder, it's the same thing.
The same motions are used.
It happens. Sorry, people.
Oh, on that note.
This is going to be a huge explicit tag on this episode. Huge. It's all explicit.
What has there been on any of our other ones? We've cussed on our other ones.
Yeah, but like slightly. Very slightly. No, I always put, if we swear, I almost always put like a little, like, oh, there's a little, in case we're playing this at work, there's something in it.
In case there's not safe for work, guys, this one.
Well, I mean, we don't have many for the watchers, but if we have fans, they don't want them to get in trouble at their awesome jobs.
That's right.
There are actuaries, and Donald Trump is watching this.
Dan, if you're watching this at work, don't watch it at work.
That's rude, dude. You don't have to do that.
If you don't watch it at work, I'm just saying if they don't watch it at work.
Sean's probably Sean has a job.
I'm saying if they're watching it at work. Why is it rude? I'm just saying if they're watching it at work, don't. That's safe for work.
It's this guy over here. He's the mean one. We're playing good
Why
cup bad cup.
mean?
Playing good cup bad cup.
I don't know why.
Playing Gandalf Hobbit. It's me, Gandalf. How are you doing?
Gandalf. Hello,
I'm looking directly at you,
Hello,
Frodo.
Bilbo. No, I'm Bilbo now.
It's like that's our bit now. It's our bit. And on that note, we should probably log off.
Hey, Handjibbers and taxes, guys.
Handjibbers and taxes. Have a good night. Bye.